16, let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is December 26th, 2021, and Bitcoin is looking like it's continuing to go upwards and onwards. Okay, yesterday we said that we were getting a breakout, but we were mistaken. It looks like that was just part of the correction that Bitcoin was undergoing, and our count was a bit off. Yet and still, I still believe that our final target is 58K. How exactly we get there, not so sure. But I think I have a better read on what's going on, and I'm going to share that with you today. Also, we're going to go into Chainlink, VRA, and I believe that's about it. So if that interests you, then watch, listen until the very end. All right. Merry Christmas to all. Hope everyone had a great day yesterday, and let's get into the video. On the hourly chart, we see that Bitcoin is still holding market structure. Okay, just we had this really long consolidation, this large B wave here that Bitcoin went through. Okay, this is the B wave, by the way, for those of you who are not subscribed. And after that, we get a breakout. Okay, and we got a breakout. How do we consider, or what do we consider a breakout? A breakout is literally a breakout or a change in a holding pattern, right? And this was the holding pattern, and this is the exit or the change from the holding pattern. And the line of resistance was this one right here. So once we broke that, we knew that we were breaking out. How much we're breaking out is going to be a function of one or two things, okay? So typically, if you consider this a descending triangle, you can do sort of just by pattern analysis, the height of the descending triangle from the site of breakout, which should give you a target, okay? And that target is 54K. All right, I do believe that the target is going to be a little larger for Bitcoin, essentially, or especially because just using Fibonacci extension analysis, taking A, and for those of you who are not subscribed, really quickly, according to Elliott wave theory, this is an A wave here. Okay, and I already said that this was your B wave here. That's your B wave, okay? This complex sort of correction here is your B wave. And so your C wave is going to be an impulsive move up that's on average going to hit between the 1 and the 1, 2, 3, 6 Fibonacci extension of your A wave. Okay, so that's why I'm taking the Fibonacci extension tool, taking the length of the A wave from here, the retracement of the B wave right there, and then you see that between the 1 and the 1, 2, 3, 6 essentially takes you to this resistance, this resistance level, or a level of activity, right? And that is going to lie between 56 and 59K. But I've said 58K is our target, most likely because if we zoom out a bit, let's go on the 4-hourly, and we go and we run the Fibonacci retracement tool from the top of this purported one wave down to the bottom, you see that the 618 is at 58,165, and we all know that this resistance one is going to be, a point of resistance for price, right? Once it gets even around that area, even if it wasn't in a two wave, but considering that we're in a two wave, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 waves down. If this is indeed a two wave, right? A, B, C, we know that a two wave cannot retrace higher than the 618 of the impulsive wave. So that's why I think 58K is the top of the move, the target, and based off of the Fibonacci extension tool using the A and the B waves, we know that it should come to this region, more or less, right? This is the next sort of target, this bed of resistance right there. So that's why I've been saying Bitcoin to 58K. That's about when I'm really paying attention. I'm always paying attention. I'm paying attention from anywhere from 382 to 618 because we know according to Fibonacci extension or Fibonacci or according to Elliott wave theory that two wave can retrace to a minimum of 382. Okay, so as soon as Bitcoin's already hit the 382, so it could technically just turn and nuke, but it's unlikely because we know that that wave C's usually hits between the 1 and the 1, 2, 3, 6. They don't always, but they typically do. And the second part of this analysis is just looking more closely at the price action in what we've printed in our purported C wave so far. And we were counting this a bit like 1, 2, 3, 4. Or no, I wasn't counting it like that, but I'm not exactly sure how I was counting it, but it wasn't correct in that I thought this was a 4 wave. That's what I thought. I thought this was a wave 4, but it can't be a wave 4 because if you take, let's say this is A, B. Okay, let's draw this because I'm not sure everybody can see what I'm talking about. Let's say this is A, B. C wave is your first impulsive wave, right? You see this a lot, and I know some people ask me this. This is a little confusing, but you get the C wave of a correction usually leads into the next impulse. So the C wave of an ABC correction going one way will usually initiate the impulse for the change of direction. And I know that may sound a little confusing, but just backtest it and you'll prove it to yourself. It's not that difficult if you just look at it long enough and you see enough examples. So this is an A wave, this is a B wave, this is a C wave. This is both a C wave and wave 1 of the first impulse, okay? And I think the way I was counting it was that this was wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and then wave 4. But this can't be wave 4. Why? Because if you take the Fibonacci retracement tool from the bottom of this move, and you see that wait, let's see. No, this can be wave 4. What am I talking about? Okay, I thought this was wave 4. Yes, it is wave 4. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know what I was confusing myself here. Did I not think this was wave 2? Let's see. No, this is what I said yesterday. I remember saying that. Yeah, I remember saying that I think we're going to get an extended wave 5. Yeah, that's what I said. Okay. Yesterday, I was under the impression that we were going to get a WXY correction and that this was our breakout. And then I corroborated it with increased volume. But of course, we didn't break out. And it's clear that we've gotten, after this sort of, what's it called? Ending diagonal, right? Yeah, it's called an ending diagonal. So this is the end of wave 5 of this motion, right? So after that, you get a WX. Let's see. W. Okay, no. It's WXYXZ, right? Something like that. And then this is A, B, C. Okay? This is what I'm seeing. So this is so let's label that properly. So I'm seeing a double 3. So basically a complex correction. We thought it was a complex correction yesterday, but we didn't know that it was going to be a double 3. We thought it was going to be a single 3. That's why I was saying Christmas pump on Christmas Day. Yet we did not get a Christmas pump on Christmas Day. So WXYXZ. Okay, that's my count. I think that's a viable count. Okay, essentially, we know that it has to be a complex correction. Whoops, I want that. I don't want this. We know it has to be a complex correction because price stayed in this correction for quite some time, and we know that when price hovers in a certain range for a while, it screams complex correction. It basically means it's consolidating, it's gathering buyers and sellers, right? So market participants are kind of deciding what to do. There's a bit of indecision, yet it wants to hold that market structure, okay? And then I'm seeing this as being an ABC right here. Let's see. Seeing this as being an A, B, C. Okay, and I think that is consistent with what we see in other assets in the market, and I'll show you guys in a second in Chainlink and in VRA. So that's basically what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing that we were in, as I said, I don't know why I went back on that, but as I said, I think this was a wave 4. This wave 1, wave 2 retracement, 382 retracement, third wave, fourth wave. Okay, and so we're going to get sorry, this is the fourth wave right here. Okay, and then we're going to get an extended wave 5, and then that's all she wrote. Okay, there's nothing more coming after this. This is the extent of the upside. So I think this wave 4, and I remember saying yesterday, everything's blending in with the Christmas festivities. Apologies. I remember saying yesterday that wave 3 was viable. This wave 3 here was viable because it wasn't the shortest wave. Wave 1 is slightly shorter than wave 3, so that's okay. Wave 5 can be your longest wave, right? Because the principles of Elliott wave theory dictate that wave 3 cannot be the shortest of the Elliott waves, and it's not, okay? So I anticipate getting an extended wave 5, and that wave 5, like I said, we should expect it to come between 56 and 58K. And yes, I said this yesterday as well. Now I'm remembering. If you want to measure this, you would basically take this as your neckline, and your pattern would be like this. The bottom of this is just kind of pretty wicked inverse head and shoulders. This is how I would measure it using pattern analysis. So your breakout's going to be around here. So that would give you a target of 58K, kind of like what we get from the Fibonacci extension tool. So that's a bit of confluence there. So again, I'm seeing 58K with pattern analysis. I'm seeing an extended fifth wave. That is my Bitcoin analysis. Obviously, your analysis is as good as it can be given the information you have, right? If I get more information and I have a better analysis, or I think something looks better, I'm going to change it. But from what we have right now, that makes most sense to me. I'd love to hear what you guys think about that. Please leave your comments, as always, below in the comments, and we can banter and go back and forth and learn from one another. All right, moving forward. Now let's look at Chainlink, and then lastly, we'll look at VRA. So Chainlink already seems to have broken out, okay? And it seems to be very similar to Bitcoin in that I'm seeing this as a fourth wave, a complex correction, and then you're going to get you're going to get an extended fifth wave. So Chainlink, I think, is 1, 2, 3, right? Something like that. That was, yeah, this is 1, 2, or this is 2, right? Yeah, messy. This is 2, This is 3. This was your 4th wave, and you're going to get an extended 5th wave, which we're pretty much breaking out of right now. And the target, using pattern analysis, similarly to Bitcoin, you can use this as a neckline right here. This pattern, this kind of a messy inverse head and shoulders pattern, would give you a neckline right there, and then you can take the height of this pattern, right, and superimpose it from the site of breakout, and that would give you something like 28. And let's see if that's even viable given two-wave retracement. So let's see. So if Chainlink started its one wave up here, okay, and this is the end of wave 5, that would be okay, right? That basically takes you between right underneath the 618. So that's viable. That's what I'm saying for Chainlink. I'm actually gonna change my target to 28, because I think I had a previous target of something like 25 or something like that. But obviously you're gonna keep an eye on it, right? Always got to keep an eye and manage your trades. I'm in a Chainlink long. I've been in a Chainlink long since forever, it seems. But yeah, all right. So that's Chainlink. And VRA, again, using Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large, really unlocks everything, right? We have VRA, and VRA, as many of you all know, is one of my biggest spot holdings, and I'm looking to offload these bags. And this is the next big chance we have, I think, of selling relatively high. So VRA is also breaking out, and I'm also seeing it as being actually not in a wave 5, but I'm seeing it as this is going to be a wave 3, and then we're going to get a wave 4, probably a concerted or simple wave 4, and then a wave 5. Why? Because this cannot be a wave 1. It's not valid, and I'll show you why. Because if you take your Fibonacci or retracement tool, and you see that the retracement here has violated the 0.618 quite substantially. I have a log. I take notes on these violations when I notice them in charts, and I think the biggest violation that has occurred that was like just a small wick, was like 0.13%, 0.14%. I have to check again, but I have a log every time I see a violation, and then I see it was actually a two-wave retrace past the 618. I think 0.13% was the max, but this is way more than that. Okay, so that invalidates this. This is basically a B. This is a B wave. That's not a 2-wave. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing with VRA. I'm seeing that we are in. This is wave 1. This is wave 2. We're in wave 3. So we're just waiting for 5 waves, and this is going to coincide, I believe, with Bitcoin going and hitting 5 waves up. And once that hits, it's the music stops, the party's over. I foresee a huge dump, and I'm gonna link the video if you haven't seen it yet. The most important chart nobody's talking about. Everybody in this community, if you're subscribed, you already know. I do believe that Bitcoin is going down massively to $3,300. It sounds crazy, but look at the analysis, okay? And really quickly, VRA, if we were to do again pattern analysis using this as a neckline, go from the top here to the bottom there, we can expect, okay, that wouldn't be correct, but I anticipate it coming all the way up to the 618, so about 5.4 cents, 5 cents thereabouts. Okay, and on the topic of selling into stable coins, I'm going to leave a link to my Celsius referral. If you guys are looking at Celsius and you haven't signed up yet, look at my referral, support the channel. Another good idea is to sell into UST, Terra stablecoin, and then stake that on on that protocol, Anchor protocol. Bye.